In today's, we're talking about a wholeness and a supernatural oneness that God's intention is for.
I love Dr. Julie Slattery because she's an expert in this field. And in her book, God, Sex, and Marriage, she says it this way: the journey of sex transforms into intimacy when we recognize this: a great sex life is impossible without unselfishness and sacrifice.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Unless I get rid of my selfishness and unless I have sacrifice.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. So how do we become unselfish and sacrificial in marriage?
When we do become unselfish and sacrificial, this is really cool. Intimacy is there.
Yeah.
Intimacy is right there. And it is becoming whole and complete in Christ. First, I need to know who I am and whose I am. I was talking with a husband yesterday that I was coaching, and I asked him, what kind of car do you drive? And he said, a BMW. And I said, awesome. Can I call it a Ford? And he said, well, you could. I said, would it make it a Ford? He said, no, it's still a BMW. I said, who says that? He said, the manufacturer is BMW. I said, exactly. They get the option to make it that because they created it. God created me and you. He says who we are. He says everything about us to create the identity. I and you have to know who we are and whose we are in order to walk this life out to be whole and complete. Otherwise, I'm confused.
Otherwise, I'm depending on you to complete me, including in our sex life.